Okay, this is Ouden. I'm just gonna do a quick overview and quick gameplay video of this new build I came up with. It's a Spriggan form build, druid build. The premise behind it is to use this part of the tree to proc entangling roots off of your spirit thorns, and the way to generate the charges for it is off of this node, which is every time a healing totem dies, you have a 60% chance to create a spirit, and we're then using this tree down here to generate tons of healing totems over and over and over, which quickly are dying and thus proccing the Veil Spirits, which then allows me to get to 6 very quickly to then cast Entangling Roots. The other half of the build is that it's almost all poison, the only exception being just this random Ice Thorns, which is just there because it's just the extra slot I needed to fill. Everything else is poison, so the Thorn Totem is poison, but the most important part of it is actually this one, which is that when they die or are unsummoned, it releases a AoE poison burst. Does a little bit of physical damage, but it inflicts poison. That's the important part. I'm in the process of getting this to 3, which will give me 30% summoning speed, so I can summon them more quickly. Like I said, the actual Spriggan form is going to be proccing the spirits off of those totems. We also have some poison chance and converted all the vines to be ranged just so that they're useful. I have a Spriggan that hangs out with me. He also will cast Entangling Roots now and then. It's not the same one, but it is useful. It does heal me for a bunch if I get attacked, and increased duration, increased damage, can't be dodged, increased cooldown, and then some survivability for him. And then Entangling Roots itself, this is set up to, again, not be dodged, have a high poison chance, and convert it completely to poison. Maximum immobilization that we can get, a little each, but that's really a travel node to here where we increase the damage over time and make the damage over time tick faster. And this is the important one here. We got circle mode, and then we got cast from totems, which allows me to, instead of casting it from myself, I cast it from my totems. So the way it works, if I come over here, is I'll spam my totems, and I can even spam them very far away from me like this across the screen. And then once I get enough Veil Spirits, which you won't get unless you're in a danger zone, you can't do it in town, then I will then hit the Spirit Thorns, which will then proc the Entangling Roots on the totems instead of on me. So I can do this all at range, and this is how it works. Get into a quick mono here. This is still normal monos. Leveling up. I'm only 70 at the moment, I think. 70, 71, somewhere around there. 72. Okay. Alright, what do we got? We have Wild Gate. Let's go this way. Doesn't really matter. So I can start putting these up. You can see the Veil Spirits will start to appear. Actually, where are my Veil Spirits? Why aren't they appearing? Maybe. There they are. So now I've got my Veil Spirits up. I notice it's bugged sometimes. And there's the Entangling Roots. So again, I can do it from far away with 3, 4, and then bam, Entangling Roots. Circle around the totem. 3, 4, bam, circle around the totem. And it pretty much, with the damage over time, poison damage, just gonna wipe everything out. You can see also that as the totems themselves will explode multiple times, there's even a little area of overlap, so if I center it just right on something, they'll get a ton of those overlapping poisons. So sometimes that's just like I can kill this animated bones with just the totems by itself, just popping them like this over and over and over. You can see I've got the Veil Spirits going, so all I have to do is go totem and then cast. Everything's wiped out. I can wipe out things off screen even. It's hitting stuff way over here. See, this little kid is dying. He's barely on my screen. There we go. So there's some guys over there. I'll see if I can kill them. I've just got them off the edge of the screen. Come back on, and they're dead. So really powerful as far as being safe. Obviously not the fastest of builds. out there. So they're, this isn't a build for like super fast clearing or whatever. This is more of just a fun idea. Sort of stumbled upon it. So it's kind of fun. It's kind of fun. I do like this part where you can just off-screen the entangling roots and kill everything that's off the edge of the screen. It's definitely useful on the big bosses. They will tend to target the totems, and when the totems are way over there, far away from me, the totems get targeted. But of course, I don't care if they're targeted because they exist for all of half of a second, and then a new set of totems appears. But it doesn't matter. The boss has already decided that that's where it's going to target. So the boss AoE goes off on the side of the screen where I'm not standing. You can see even all these monsters over here, way up here, that I just killed. They were focused on the totems. They never came running down to fight me. Because why would they? They don't even know I exist. I'm off-screening them. So you can avoid a lot of things with this build, especially Osprix light mages and those annoying archmage guys, the meteor guys. I forgot their name. So yeah, really, I'll call it defensive in that doesn't have a lot of defenses. It hurts when you get hit. One thing that does help a lot is that I have a death rattle. So every time they die, I gain 30 health apiece, so that's a 90 health, and I have some healing effectiveness on my shield, and then idols. So you can really get your health back. Just have to make sure you have I'm working on a nice big health pool. If you look at the build planner when I post this, it should have 2.5k of health. So it's a decent amount of health. To survive stuff and then heal back up if you do get hit. But the primary goal is to not get hit. So sometimes I'll wander in a little close, and that's fine. So I prep. I can even drop vines. Usually if I have something like this, a gate where I can prep, I'll drop all my vines. I'll drop my totems, and then go. I can just drop my totems and entangling roots pretty much over and over and do the whole gate that way. It's also good for arena nodes in the monolith. I don't think this is an arena build. I wouldn't do the actual arena. But if you get an arena node, you can just sit in the center and do the same thing. Just totem, totem, totem. Usually about 4 totems. 3, 4, and then I can proc entangling roots. 1, 2, 3, 4 entangling roots. And that's the build. Oop, hey. Oh, that's what I missed. There we go. Goodbye. Give me my 10 gold.